Welcome to the channel. I'm very humbled that you're choosing to check in with me. I'm David. I'm a dad with daughters.
We got victory! Yes! The man run!
You're off my neck. You guys are buttholes.
But we're yours.
You're my what? Buttholes?
Yeah.
Buttholes.
And I wonder where we got these girls. Best girls in the world.
In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about how our children imitate us. And then I'm going to provide some suggestions on how we can receive them a little better when they imitate us. All right, let's get to it. So this week, my children were at each other's heads. I mean, like arguing, fighting, fussing, being straight jerks to one another. And you know what I did? I ignored them. I was practicing protecting my peace, something I mentioned before in a previous video. But then it got me thinking about where they're getting this behavior from. And I had to sit back and accept the fact that my children are imitating me and their mother. Mostly me, because they're definitely assholes to one another. So is it okay to call your own kids assholes? I don't know, I just did. But it had me thinking about and reflecting upon where they get the behaviors from. So imitation and mirroring and mimicking is something that our children do. They mimic their parents all the time, and especially as fathers, we got if you subscribe to like the idea that we are our daughter's first love, and so then they're gonna try to replicate that love and those behaviors moving forward in their relationships. So it's very important for us to be mindful and always be reflective about the things that they imitate. So here are some suggestions correcting their children's unwarranted behavior, or technically correcting your inner behavior. Call in, don't call out. So I got this from one of my colleagues. I mean, typically a call out is almost like a chest high. It's like a pointing of the finger, like you need to do this, you need to do that. And calling in is more of an intentional conversation that consists of, well, tell me how you feel about that. Tell me more about this behavior, or the plot twist question is, where did you get it from? And again, chances are your child most likely will say, got it from mom or dad. So it's important that you call in and call out, because again, our kids are sponges, they're learning. 2, provide unconditional positive regard. Now, unconditional positive regard is basically unconditional love, unconditional non-judgmental feelings, and always being present with your children regardless. I mean, our kids will mess up. Like I said, I have children, I have 3 daughters, 9, 5, and one will be 4 in a couple weeks. And you know, they're learning, and so when we are correcting behaviors, remember keeping in mind that the behaviors that we're correcting are the things that we are modeling. So providing the unconditional positive regard and allowing your children to make those mistakes, because they are children, and learn from them. And again, remember, technically it's you making the mistakes. You got to hold yourself accountable to that as well. 3, lead with vulnerability. Like, the thing about leading with vulnerability, it allows you to show the authentic you. It allows you to be a parent while also apologizing for the things that you've done. So showing your children that it's okay to apologize. It's okay to not always get things right. And that's one of the things I tend to do as a parent. I win some, I win most, I lose sometimes. And it's actually one of the things that's funny, because it kind of relieves the pressure as a father, because I think as fathers we tend to want to make ourselves seem like superheroes. And I always think about like, hey, when my children find out that I'm not a superhero, that may devastate them. However, I'm thinking it may not devastate them as much if I'm authentic with them and letting them know that I don't get things right all the time. So what do you guys think about that? I'm curious to know what your feelings are and what your thoughts are. Please write them down inside the comments. If you haven't already, please like the video if you found the content to be resourceful for you. Subscribe if you haven't already, and click the notification button so when I post another video, you'll know. Again, thank you very much. Again, I'm very humbled for you to be checking in with me. I'm David, and I'm a dad with daughters. See you next time. So I know you've seen this painting, right? This painting right here was gifted to me by one of my students, who is an incredible artist, and I'm going to put his information in the description, his website, and also his Instagram page. If you're interested in purchasing some of his art, please check him out. Dope kid. It's multi-layer art that speaks volumes to his personality. And yeah, like I said, just check him out.